Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tennessee Titans. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's caught by Jackson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So out come the Cardinals and their offense in great starting field position. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. A little jet sweep to start the drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Out of the gun, Palmer. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. 20.
Making it happen.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Palmer will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Nifty move. Over 1st and 10. And you want to talk about active hands. These guys, ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Holt. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Inside the 5 to the 4. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. That's caught by Jackson. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Palmer dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Palmer on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw again, it's Palmer. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lewis. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll see. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers, right, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Owens. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, Taylor now. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this off. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now Palmer to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They toss right to Lewis. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Cardinals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Complete. This is Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's Palmer. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Stevens. And
well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
so the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now it's Palmer. He finds his man complete. That's Stevens. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them.
Ball, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs If you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Well, Charles.